While the Black Business Council says it supports interventions aimed at fixing Eskom and improving the availability of its generation capacity, South Africa has for years been facing power crisis resulting in the power utility implementing rolling blackouts. The council says the current Eskom board and management are not the right people to get us out of this misery. Let's discuss this further now with Council CEO Matabane. Mr. Matabane, always a pleasure speaking to you. A very good evening. So the people that have been tasked to shake up and fix Eskom, are you saying as the Black Business Council they are not the right people for the job?
Good evening, Faith, and the viewers. The two most senior people at Eskom, which the CEO and the CFO, they are what one can call the bishops or the prophets of renewable energy, and as such, they will do everything in their power to protect renewable energy, but also, they are very incompetent. You can't have a CEO who can't stabilize an organization in more than 2 years. That means the CEO is a wrong person. And I think the other thing is that the advisors of the president, I think they are deliberately misleading the president. They keep on talking about the megawatts, that the country's got the megawatts problem. Which is simplifying a very, very complex situation. It's like, for example, when you don't have water, you say, if I mix 5 liters of tap water and 5 liters of water from the ocean, then I've got 10 liters. It doesn't work that way. The other liters of from the sea or from the ocean still needs to be treated. So the different types of megawatts, they depend on technology. So someone comes and try to apply a simple arithmetic to say, if Eskom is short of 6,000 megawatts, you just put 6,000 megawatts of solar and then you are sorted. That is technically incorrect, and there's not a proper engineering of the technology that we have. The problem of Eskom, as we've said before, is a problem of a proper base load, disposable power, which the renewables don't have. So you cannot then just say we need 6,000 megawatts and then we are sorted. And then this has been proven because Eskom has got 6,000 megawatts now as we speak of renewable energy, but that doesn't count when we have to go on load shedding. So we're saying to the president and the advisors to say, let's focus on solving the current Eskom, but unfortunately, the CEO and the COO, they are not the right people, so I don't think the problem is going to be solved. We're probably going to be sitting with the load shedding again in the next 10 years.
Yeah, but, help me out here, Hanki, because, on the one side of it, and I remember even during President Cyril Ramaphosa's address to the nation regarding the energy crisis in the country, there was an acknowledgement and admittance on the part saying that a lot of the shenanigans that are going on at Eskom, it's also sabotaging the power utility. So clearly the rot is so inside or instilled in Eskom that it's going to be very difficult for those people that are sabotaging the power utility to be gotten rid of. So what do South Africans really do in the meantime? If we are to fix Eskom as a problem, we have to fix the entire value chain, including those that are working within the value chain. But if the people working at Eskom themselves are sabotaging the power utility as well as its function, what do South Africans do for consistent and predictable power supply that they have not had, unfortunately, for about 15 years?
Faith, I think that also then points to the failure of management, because each and every company has got what we call risk management, and each and every company has got what is called internal control. So what this tells us that the internal controls of Eskom are very, very poor, and it means also that the CEO and the management and the board, they are not able to anticipate the risks and prevent it. That is a basic management principle that happens in all the companies. So the hence we are saying we've got the wrong management. When we've got the wrong management, they are not going to be able to pick up issues then they're not going to be able to solve them. We're not saying there's no sabotage, but sabotage can be dealt with if you put the proper mitigating factors in place. But it basically tells us that the leadership there, the management and the board are actually failing. The other issue is that Eskom is trying to do away with the black economic empowerment and localization, which also then raises another issue that government is signaling left, claiming that we are dealing with the issue of unemployment. But on the other side, they are turning right. Because you can't say in a country like South Africa where 75% of youth are unemployed, you can't do away with localization, because localization creates jobs in South Africa. If you do away with localization, it means you are saying, no, let's continue to create jobs in other countries, China, the US, and so on. And let's increase the unemployment rate in South Africa to probably maybe youth unemployment of 100%. And then that for us is very, very dangerous for the country. We can't do that because we're already sitting on a time bomb. The more we say we're doing away with localization, we're doing away with the economic transformation, we're saying let's increase unemployment. Then our policies then are not talking to each other, and we can never support that type of move, because we're supporting moves that are creating jobs in South Africa, because we need to deal with the issue of economic growth and unemployment.
I wanted to touch base a little bit about this risk mitigation power procurement program that was raised also. Is there concern amongst the Black Business Council amongst where the procurement will go? So if we're talking here about preferred bidders, for example, are the preferred bidders representative of a South African discourse? Are they bidders that are represented? So basically, would black-owned companies and businesses actually benefit from this? Would medium enterprises and small enterprises benefit from this? And if so, how? Or are you seeing this as the Black Business Council also as a way of perhaps closing the tap on, the black business individual who's able to offer some of this solutions to Eskom from, it's actually closing the taps on those opportunities. So is there concern that this risk mitigation power procurement program will actually service those already established entities, already advantaged entities at the cost of the black business owner?
Yes, Faith, we see this thing as an attack to black economic empowerment. And the BE Commission just released a stats this week that black ownership and black management control is actually gone down. So Eskom is continuing with that, and unfortunately, our own government that we voted is supporting the attack on black economic empowerment by allowing Eskom to be exempted from procurement legislation. So the very same government that hosted the Black Industrialists session 2 weeks ago, claiming that they're supporting black economic empowerment, they come and do something completely opposite. Because the very same black industrialists that were showcased at the Sandton Convention Center, they need to be able to do business with government institutions like Eskom. But if you then say Eskom must be exempted from procurement legislation, it means those poor industrialists will never grow, will remain small, or some of them will have to close shop. So again, government is talking left, but signaling left, but turning right, and that we really cannot afford as a country.
Okay, very quickly, I've got about 30 seconds. Khanki, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, we are engaging government. We're going to engage with the president. If it doesn't work, we may have to consider legal action.
We'll leave it there. Khanki Matabane, Black Business Council CEO. Thank you very much for your time this evening.